Welcome to the deep dive. As we settle into, well, the rhythm of the year's shorter, colder days, our world kind of shrinks, doesn't it?
It really does.
Our energy shifts entirely indoors. And this isn't just about, turning on a lamp. It's about a deliberate, conscious attempt to transform the home into a sanctuary. Today, we are undertaking a deep dive into the 2025-2026 aesthetic trends, looking at how light, scent, and decor are being engineered to create spaces that feel cozy, stylish, and genuinely relaxing.
It's a fantastic stack of sources we have here, and they provide a really clear roadmap. The biggest takeaway right from the start,
What's that?
the function of light is just fundamentally changing. It has to do more than just illuminate a space. It's become a tool for creating emotion, for building mood.
Building mood, I like that.
And our mission today is to show you exactly how to get that magical atmosphere, whether you're just looking for everyday comfort or getting ready for the big Christmas holiday season.
Okay, let's unpack this aesthetic evolution then. For years, cozy meant like rustic textures, maybe a bit of clutter, a lot of dark colors.
Right.
But the sources are suggesting a major shift. What does the new sophisticated cozy look like for 2025-2026?
That traditional definition of cozy it's out. This is the evolutionary shift we really need to get our heads around. The trend has moved decisively toward a natural, soft, and a remarkably subdued aesthetic.
Subdued.
It's a conscious rejection of visual noise and harshness.
Okay, so walk us through the palette. What colors are signaling this new comfort?
It's all about warmth,
Mm.
but it's incredibly refined. We're looking at warm beiges, broken whites that just soften the light,
Mm-hmm.
rich caramel and clay browns, subtle gold shades for an accent, and a really grounded natural bottle green.
So a very earthy feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's sophisticated and natural, and it makes a space instantly feel welcoming without having to rely on, darkness.
Right. If the colors are soft and earthy, I imagine the forms and materials have to follow. I know the sources explicitly rejected sharp contours.
They did.
What are designers favoring instead?
They want tactility and fluidity. The forms are streamlined, they're organic, and they're designed specifically to ensure soft light transitions.
So no more harsh shadows or sharp angles?
No. This is a big move away from that cold industrial design we've seen for a while.
And what materials are they using to get that blend of softness and modern elegance?
The key materials are all about diffusion and texture. We see a lot of milky finished glass, which is perfect. It takes a direct light source and just turns it into a soft glow.
Okay.
There's also ceramics, satin metal, natural fabrics, and something interesting, structural plastics.
Structural plastics. I mean, that often sounds a little cheap, doesn't it? How does that fit into a sophisticated design?
I know, but it fits because modern plastics are engineered to get those complicated, organic, fluid shapes that traditional materials like metal or wood just can't replicate easily.
Ah, okay.
They let lighting fixtures have those streamlined shapes without looking flimsy. It maintains the integrity and that high-end feel the aesthetic requires.
That makes sense. It's intentional design, using the best tech to get a specific mood. And speaking of technology, how is smart functionality supporting this whole softer trend?
Oh, it's essential. We're moving toward highly energy-efficient LED systems and dual-purpose decor.
Like what?
Think of smart lighting that automatically adjusts its warmth through the evening, or decorative items like diffusers that are integrated seamlessly right into a lighting fixture. The technology is there to serve the mood, not distract from it.
That brings us perfectly to the interior, because once we're inside, light has a massive job to do. It needs to be utilitarian for tasks and decorative to set that mood.
All right.
Which is why you see homes now with so many different kinds of light sources in every room.
And if the whole design is geared toward maximum comfort, where does that soft, warm lighting go when we're actually trying to wind down? The sources point to a very deliberate focus on night lights.
And these aren't just for kids' rooms anymore.
Not at all. They are absolutely part of adult relaxation strategies now.
And here's where the technical detail is it's critical. The color temperature. Why are the sources so fixated on that specific warm color range? 2700 to 3000 Kelvin. Is there a scientific reason for those numbers?
There is, and it's biological. We know that cooler, bluer light, it actually suppresses melatonin production.
It's sleep hormone.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
The hormone that signals to your body it's time to sleep. By contrast, light in that 2700K to 3000K range is deeply warm. It mimics the last embers of a sunset. It literally tells the body to quiet the mind after a busy day.
So you're using light to optimize your transition into rest.
Precisely.
So even the night lights themselves have to fit the aesthetic.
Absolutely. They follow the larger trend. Rounded organic forms, minimalist bases, and that calming milky glass that diffuses the light.
And for children's spaces.
Well, the need for softness is even more urgent. The lights have to be non-glaring and gentle. They often have friendly, fun forms, not just as decor, but fundamentally to introduce a sense of safety and security when the main lights go out.
Okay, so beyond the functional lighting, the sources pointed to some really interesting decorative accents pieces that aren't just soft, but make a strong visual statement.
This is that shift toward personalized ambiance, using light as a direct expression of who you are.
Exactly. And we've got two major trends highlighted. First, the continued powerful trend of LED neons. Now, these aren't the buzzy, unreliable neons from the past, are they?
No. These are modern, energy efficient, and designed for style. They're presented as a high-impact, low-footprint way to inject personality, maybe a quote or a simple graphic, into a home office or a teen's room.
So it's like the one high-contract item in an otherwise soft space?
That's a great way to put it, yes.
And then the second trend, which fits this soft aesthetic perfectly, are star projectors. I find this fascinating, the idea that these are replacing more traditional ornaments.
They create what the sources call a home planetarium effect. It's the ultimate soft light experience.
Wow.
Instead of static decor, you have this kinetic light that transforms your ceiling and walls into a moving celestial landscape. It's pure mood building.
And to really nail that idea down, the sources gave a specific example, the astronaut projector, model X2501, which even has a Bluetooth speaker. That combination, the visual immersion, the soft moving light, and the integrated audio, that speaks directly to the whole mission of 2025-2026. It's an atmosphere creator.
It really is. And you cannot discuss atmosphere without talking about scent. It's the invisible half of the cozy equation.
Right.
Like light scent strongly influences how we perceive a space, often on a completely subconscious level.
But this goes beyond just a pleasant aroma, though. The sources highlighted a really practical, even critical need for some of these devices, especially during the heating season. Is this about air quality?
It is the so what of this section. The critical function of diffusers and ultrasonic humidifiers is fundamentally practical and health-based. Well, when it gets cold, we open our windows less.
Right.
So that reduces ventilation. And when you couple that with the seasonal smog that affects a lot of cities, indoor air quality can just plummet.
So the air gets dry and potentially stale or polluted?
Exactly. These devices are doing vital double duty. They're not just pumping out a nice fragrance. The humidifiers actively moisturize the dry air, which helps our respiratory systems, and many diffusers now have gentle air purification functions.
So they're necessities disguised as beautiful decor.
That's it. It's a perfect convergence of utility and design.
Before we shift to the holidays, let's just quickly touch on how light is becoming year-round decor.
It's all about flexibility. We see the continued dominance of practical, safe light sources like LED candles and candelabras. They create beautiful atmospheric light anywhere, a mantelpiece, a bathroom, without the fire risk.
Yeah, that's huge.
And similarly, LED garlands and chains. They're now year-round staples. You see them draped around mirrors, plants, shelves. It just reinforces this idea that lighting is foundational decor, not something you pack away in January.
Fantastic. So we've established the everyday aesthetic. Soft colors, organic forms, functional scent, and flexible warm light. Now let's talk about the ultimate expression of this, the holidays. What does Christmas look like in 2025-2026? Does this soft aesthetic survive the festive rush?
The underlying philosophy absolutely does. The Christmas style is defined by the sources as elegant minimalism. It's about reducing clutter and emphasizing the quality and impact of fewer, better items.
Okay.
The focus stays on soft light, lots of gold, and crystal or glass accents.
So if we're not cluttering up the mantle, what are the high-impact minimalist items that define this look?
The goal is style and expressive soft light. So we're seeing huge popularity for simple LED Christmas lights, sophisticated 3D light ornaments, and Christmas projectors that cast these beautiful moving images on internal walls.
It sounds like curated impact.
It is. It's about one perfect, stunning acrylic reindeer, maybe, rather than dozens of little plastic figures.
Now, that's just the interior. For those who want to extend that magic outside, the main obstacle isn't aesthetics. It's, well, Mother Nature. Outdoor lighting has to be resilient.
It absolutely has to be. If you're investing in exterior lighting, you need to understand the required ceiling classes. This is where the technical details translate directly into durability for you, the listener.
You mean the IP rating?
The IP rating, it stands for ingress protection, basically, how well the device keeps out dust and water.
So what are the critical numbers we should look for?
For anything exposed to the weather, you need a minimum of IP44. That gives you basic protection against splashing water, so it's fine for a covered porch.
Okay.
But if you're putting lights directly on a facade or out in the garden where they'll get strong rain and snow, you must aim for IP65 or higher.
IP65. And that means it's fully resistant.
Full resistance to powerful jets of water and dust. It ensures the lights will last through a harsh winter.
So understanding that IP rating is key to not replacing your decorations every single year.
It really is.
So what are the specific items trending for facades and gardens, keeping that elegant, weather-resistant requirement in mind?
We're seeing a focus on pieces that are large and dramatic but still elegant, exterior LED chains, commercial-grade garlands, solar lamps. Those are foundational.
And for the big holiday displays?
The emphasis is on sophisticated light curtains, LED icicles, and large format items like LED reindeer or Christmas trees and those simple acrylic ornaments. And the color palette matters outside, too.
How so?
The trend favors white, gold, and warm light that complements the building's architecture, rather than overwhelming it with, clashing multicolored chaos.
Subtle illumination.
Yes, it enhances the structure that's already there.
That brings everything together. Everything we've discussed, from the soft beige interiors and the 2700 Kelvin lighting to the elegant exterior illumination, it's all aimed at creating a cohesive, peaceful experience.
If we synthesize the main takeaway, it's that autumn and winter require this really deliberate focus on engineered light and therapeutic scent to cultivate a reliable space of style, peace, and magic. But this understanding, as the sources point out, it extends beyond the home.
That raises an interesting question. If light is the key to creating peace inside, what about the chaotic, noisy celebrations that happen outside? I'm thinking of New Year's Eve.
The sources provide a fascinating contrast here, looking at traditional fireworks versus the future of celebration. Traditional fireworks are loud, often dangerous, incredibly stressful for pets and sensitive people.
And the pollution.
And critically, they are a major source of winter pollution and smog, which completely contradicts our earlier emphasis on air quality.
So what's the future? How does light replace that dramatic spectacle?
The future belongs entirely to modern, sustainable light illuminations. The trend is moving rapidly toward these incredible silent shows using synchronized projectors and sophisticated fleets of LED drones.
This isn't science fiction, right?
No, not at all. It is already standard practice in major cities, especially in South Korea, and it is rapidly gaining popularity across Europe as a much more ecologically sensitive alternative.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener?
It means the entire future of celebration, both private and public, belongs to light. These drone and projector shows are fully controlled, ecologically neutral, completely silent, and they allow entire communities to celebrate with breathtaking visual artistry, but without all the stress, noise, and threats of the old way.
That is a powerful thought to leave you with. As you integrate these soft, intentional lighting trends into your own newly optimized cozy home, maybe consider how the arrival of these new, silent, light-based technologies, from your living room projector to the drone fleets in the sky, might fundamentally change your own approach to celebration, both inside and out.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the magic and engineering of light and scent.